Alright guys, welcome anyway to another weekly backtest session. Most of you wanted me to talk about GU, so let me just share my screen. Here we go. That's it. So basically that's last week's price action. The only thing that I find a little bit annoying with FX replay is even when you finish the week of trading, Friday's price action for New York doesn't always load up by Sundays. So maybe I need to have a look at something else, something like obviously TradingView, some kind of other platform, because I think it's good to have a whole week in the session, because I think Friday there was some really good moves. I think a few people have took some really good buys. I think it was mainly on EU and sells on gold. I think Dean or just D he bought GU. Was there anyone else who bought GU on Friday?
No, I took a buy on the Thursday, I think, on GU.
Okay.
Not on Friday.
Fair enough. So basically, yeah, we start off again from Sunday. As you can see here, we've had our price action is still very bearish. Yeah. So if you look at this here, you know, price is moving down, but do we expect a pullback back in? I think that was Friday, not last week, the week before, which we had a really nice buy option. I think some of you bought here actually anyway. And then obviously we just want to go off order flow. So for me, really, this high needs to be broken for me to start worrying or to start thinking, switching maybe. Are we gonna go bullish here now, or are we still bearish? But as for now, we're still bearish. So what I want to look for is obviously for sells. But let's get into our session here. So as we can see already, we're building like equal highs, and we've got like some kind of trendline liquidity here, which was I think some people bought here actually. Yeah, I remember that. But anyway, we're going to our session. We'll just play forward and see what happens. I've done some markups last week. I hope everyone's following the markups, what I'm doing, what I'm looking at, see what kind of interests I have, and I think it will help most of you to in the long run see what kind of visions I have and see how I feel like the market's going to play out, just from basic order flow to then to liquidity takes and stuff like that. Yeah. As have many of you been looking at my my chart markups, seeing if you get the same idea?
Yeah, I've been looking at them.
All right then. Anyway, so basically we've got liquidity both sides. Yeah, we're still bearish. To be honest, I'd like this to get swiped. Yeah, it'd be really ideal if it comes into one of these order blocks here. But I'd also be very happy with a liquidity take and then get a entry model. Yeah, obviously, get that change of character on the 1 minute or on the 5 minute, whatever you want to trade at, and then we expecting lower prices. So we just play along here. Let's go. Coming into Frankfurt Open, there was a lot of volatility that Frankfurt Open session. I don't know if you remember that Monday the market started dumping quite heavily, and I think we hold this low. As I remember, you can see here we've got this low. I think obviously it's in Frankfurt Open. There's no train times. Like I always say, 8:45 to 11:15 should be a trading times ideal for this kind of strategy. So if you look on obviously we want to play along, see if we get anything on our timings. This low held, which could mean we're obviously wanting to go higher, okay? Take this liquidity out. So I'd be interested if it comes into our timings, which is in 5 minutes. See if we get some kind of lower price somewhere down here before moving up higher. So we just play along. And yeah, we're coming into a timings, perfect. Nice timings. And as I remember, I think on Monday, we don't really get down to this area, but what we do get is an IPA fill. I think it shoots off from here. And if you can see here, so like, it's not the cleanest trade, and I would suggest that you gather a lot of data for something like this if you wanted to trade, okay? But you have to think about it as well. Like, you have to think about FOMO. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to miss a trade or miss a setup if it doesn't hit your POI area, or if it doesn't hit the interest area that you wanted to go into. So just wait, let it play out. We know what we want to do. So like, I know I want to go with market direction. So it doesn't matter if I miss this trade. For me, it doesn't matter, because I know that what will happen is most likely in our session, and especially when it's about 10:15, half past 10 UTC +2, then I know the markets want to start trending. Okay, I know that once we're likely to get up here, we get that liquidity swipe, yeah, get all these sellers out, Asia liquidity out, yeah, then I'm more comfortable looking for a setup in that area to short, to then, obviously hit my target and go with the order flow, basically. So I mean, if this trade makes sense, it's okay. So obviously here's your last demand zone. Change your character. If you look on the 5 minute, it's a really big ass candle. So it does make sense, this trade, but you could put risk on against the trade. So I would also advise use half a percent risk. And then obviously we want higher prices, yeah. So I'm not gonna take this trade. It's just something I wanted to show you. So obviously we got a perfect change of character. I come down here, and then this would have been this would have been a lovely trade actually. We would have had few pips. Where are we here? Say something like this. And then obviously we want higher prices, and it's also in London times, so a lot of volatility coming in now. This is just gonna push price higher, as I remember. And also, guys, what's interesting, okay? Same thing here. Yeah, what are we building? We're building a trend line, okay? So let's do this. Building a trend line. Let's go into the 5. Not quite at our destination, but what do we want? Neater. What do we want? Basically, we want this trend line to be induced. It's the same stuff, so like it's making it even more interesting now. Look at it. It's got like quadruple tops here. So what is it that we want to do now? We obviously want to see this trend line induced. Most likely, it'll come off this area, or it'll come off this area. Yeah, to go and induce these. So we'll just play along. So this invalid, no problem. Most likely it'll come off this area now. We got a rejection, and we'll come up here to take these quadruple tops out, whatever. Got a nice liquidity swipe. And let's have a look on the 5 minutes how this looks. It's looking good. Where's our change of character now? Now I'm interested. Now I'm really interested. I mean, we've got this here. We can even look on the 1 minute. There's some imbalance here that hasn't been filled. That's absolutely perfect. If you can see that imbalance area, yeah, imbalance here hasn't been filled. It's come in, took liquidity, took some of the trend line liquidity, and what do we expect now, guys? We expect for a setup to happen. What's this? Here's a change of character, yeah. Okay, let's have another little push down, and then taking my short. Let's see how many pips this is. See how this looks like on the 5 minute. So I'll be interested here. Pips. Do some like this. See if it comes off the extreme. Right, let's have a look. And also, what is it that we want to target? We obviously want to target the low. Yeah. Where am I going to take profit? I'm going to take profit most likely here. Okay. So let's place an order. I'm happy with this trade. Is everyone following with me right now with how we trade and how the strategy plays out? Anyone with me? Anyone following exactly what I'm saying?
Yeah, Mom.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, so we're obviously at the extreme. We've took the liquidity. We've come into an imbalance area on the 1 minute. Yeah, it hasn't been tapped. We took Asia liquidity. What else do we want now? Nothing. We just want to wait. See if we get our entry. Let's see. Is this gonna come back? Is it gonna come back? Have I too refined this entry? Entry is too refined. It's heartbreaking actually. What I'm gonna do is now, I'm just gonna play with order flow here. Let's see if we get an entry here. Pips is this. Unfortunately, that was a little bit refined. I should have took this area. But let's have a look on the 5 minute. Yeah, it came right into that. But yeah, I'm just gonna play off this order flow, see if I get a tag here now. Unfortunately, it's missed me, but you get the gist. You get the gist here. So we've got order flow. So which makes it interesting. It's okay. I mean, I've missed this trade. I probably would have, on a live market, I would have entered, most likely, market execution, watching it with, again, some, on trading view with my alarm set, coming back into this area. That's absolutely fine. I've missed this trade. That's fine. There's nothing I can do about it now. Unfortunately, now, what we can look at, though, is order flow now, okay? So, basically, we've took liquidity, it's come down. This imbalance area hasn't been touched yet, so I'm just gonna get rid of this for a sec. We're coming into our next session. So let's have a look. Would have been a lovely trade. We would have hit the first target. Unfortunately, I've just refined it a little bit too much. It was pain to be honest. But it is what it is. It happens, guys. It's normal. So what's gonna happen now? We're coming into a New York session, and obviously, what is it that we have? We've got, if you look on the 15 minute, we'll most likely get ourselves from here. But we'll see if we get our setup in here. But I like this area too. This area, so we'll see what happens. But until then, we could even look for buys in New York. So we'll see what's it gonna give us now. We're coming slowly into New York session. This order block has took liquidity. Yeah, so let's have a look here on the 5. See if we can figure this out somehow. We've got this. Look at this. There's some liquidity above it. Maybe could take a long entry here. Too much of a pips. Let's see how we go with this. What is it that we want? We most likely get a reaction out of this. Let's see how we play around. If we get a higher break of structure, yeah, if we get like this break of structure here, it comes back down. I'm most likely going to be interested in one of these areas for a buy. So let's see what we can do. So obviously it's coming into New York session. I'm going to be interested in just normal order flow now. And I'm going to be interested in an area like that. So I'm going to take this here. I'm going to place an order here. I'm going to get rid of this order. Do doing 50%. It's going against trend. What's going on here? 50% place. So we'll see what happens. So we get the tag. It's coming into our timings perfectly. New York's around the corner as well. So we'll see if we've got the tag. Where's my break even level? Most likely going to be this area, which is quite high, but probably looking at an area around here. So we'll see what happens. Got a really nice push. Obviously, let's look again on the 15. Let's get rid of that. Looks like you want to take some profits from here. So let's have a look. I might take some risk off from here as well. Let's see if we get this break even. Backside, to be honest. Let's see how this is gonna shoot away now. And now it's gonna shoot away. I mean, even the sell makes sense if you look at it really. We got this here. We got change of correct, but I know price needs to go higher. We'll see what happens. It's gonna push higher now. So we took that. We're coming into New York. We're gonna get that push up here, 100%. So yeah, we're in this push. Let's see if we get a setup. This is enough. 15 minutes. This has come up here, perfect. Filled that imbalance. Let's have a look on the 5. This makes sense to sell. Let's take let's just go with the order flow here. Cover the high. This most likely come off this extreme here now. 6, do 1% safe. This might actually go from here, but we'll see what happens. We've got the tag. Break even will be here for me. Let's see if we get a good push away. And again, just got stopped there, unfortunately, guys. Again, I'm gonna take that same entry because it's gonna make sense. Oh man, absolute nightmare to be honest. Missed this trade. This come higher, stop me out. This is gonna come off here. Oh well, it is what it is. Out of our trading times, it happens. Let's clean this up a little bit. Start again. Obviously, if you see this makes absolute sense. Selling here, we've waited for that. Unfortunately, I've refined that area. What's order flow still gonna do? This is all building liquidity. We've got a double bottom here. We've got a trend line here, yeah. And also, we still have this imbalance area, which is most likely gonna get hit. So we'll see what happens in our session, next day session. To go into obviously this is Asia session. I think this hit Asia. We've talked liquidity. Now I think on this day, actually what happened on this day, we get a cycle. I don't know if any of you have watched the cycle that I've put out. It's called Retailers Heaven. Basically, we took medium liquidity here in Asia session, and we've come into the imbalance area the last 5 minutes after we took the liquidity, and we're most likely expecting sells pretty much as a trend line sell. So let's have a look what happens. We're coming into Frankfurt open, and yeah, it's just dumping really. This tell heaven. So if we look, see, maybe take a sell order from here, just follow an order flow. Why am I doing this? Because we're trading away from inducement. We've got this liquidity tuck, we've got Asia liquidity here, and obviously we've got liquidity to the downside that we want to target. So let's see if I get an entry here. We place an order, 1%, and if we don't get that entry there, the stop's quite high there. Let's refine this a little bit. This. Some liquidity here. Right, we're coming into our session. So we'll see. We're pretty much in London. So this come off. This has come off there. Maybe this has missed me again. To be honest, really refined. Yeah, that's missed me again. Unbelievable what's going on here. Constant misses, I think. That would have been my break-even level. Yeah, that would have been my break-even level. Yeah, no entry again. Fucking hell. Sorry, guys. I need to sharpen up here a little bit, to be honest. But anyway, it's hit our target. Missed us by not even a pip. But it's come off this sound. But that's absolutely fine again. There's no issues with that. So again, what do we expect now? We've took a lot of liquidity here, and we've took this liquidity. Let's look on the 1 hour. Maybe we can figure something out. Right, there's some liquidity here. See if we get this took out. That's it. The next one's going to be a winner, guys. So let's see what happens. It's 12 o'clock. We don't trade at that time. See if we get that takeout. It's coming close. So it's in our session. Let's see if we get a good push away. So this is took the liquidity. A change of character would be here, right? So let's see what happens. This is looking better. Let's figure this out. There's a change of character. There's a long. Now let's see if we got liquidity to target. Yes, we do. We've got trendline liquidity. Let's see if there's 5. Yeah, most likely like that. So let's see what happens here. I want to target at least this. Everyone okay with that so far? Everyone understand what I'm trying to do? Most likely price will go up to fill this imbalance. If you have any questions, just let me know. This makes sense to me. We've got a change of character. We came after 1 hour. We're coming into a timing. So for me, this is a good buy opportunity here, really, because we've took a 1 hour liquidity. We've took Asia low. We've took medium. So we've got trend line to target. So let's see if we get hit. Obviously, I'm targeting the top of the trend line because that's where liquidity is. We can take areas of profit. If I get tagged, or even if I get another stop out, most likely we'll come and take some profits at these levels here. So let's see if we get tagged. We're in this trade. We want to get a good push away, which is really interesting. I'm gonna keep my break-even level pretty much here or here. Let's see if we can get some kind of order flow. Push this higher. Okay, so we've built some liquidity here. Pretty much break-even now. Let's let's have a look on the 5 minute. Okay, let's get rid of this. This candle looks good as well. Maybe to add some entries, but we'll see what happens. We obviously expect a little bit of a pullback after the inducement of a trend line. So let's see what's going on. Is this touched? Yeah, this touched the 5 minute order block. We're gonna get a good push away. Let's come back in here. Just doors are open just before New York. As if you can see here, I think order flow is starting to hold to the upside. So let's see what happens. Our first take profit will be at this level. So let's have a look. Get a good push. Got a change. Let's see if we push higher. Yeah, we're pushing higher. Let's have a look now. We started to get the order flow back in. Created pretty much a double bottom. Came back into this here. Stop should be. So if you would have bought here, stop should be 1 or 2 pips just below that anyway. We're gonna be taking our first profit. Like I said, at this area, I'm expecting price to go higher. Obviously, we've got the timing on our side, and we've took 1 hour liquidity. What else do we expect, though, guys? Why do I look for buys and not for sells? We expect price to go higher. Yeah, why? Because we took this low, so it's an IPA to EPA fill. Everyone following me so far? Any questions?
Yeah.
Anyone got any questions? Maybe. It's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate that I missed these 2 trades. Obviously, that retailer heaven. It's absolutely fine. Sometimes, you know, you do miss trades. This trade I shouldn't have really missed. I've refined a little bit too much. What happened here? I got a little stop out here, but that's absolutely fine. It happens sometimes, guys. It's just how it works. But seeing the bigger picture, like having 1 loss, it doesn't matter, or 1 break even, or 1 trade missed. There will always be another setup. You know, it's just how it goes. You know, it's just gotta be.
It's only 1 trading day that you miss anyway, mate.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and obviously there's another.
Literally, it's only 1 trading day, so it happens, isn't it?
Yeah, it happens. It doesn't matter. I mean, sometimes these trades happen. The thing is also why I trade 3 pairs, guys. Is okay. GU, I've missed that trade on that day or on that session. Then, you know, I look at EU, I look at gold. Maybe I've took a loss here, maybe I had 1 break even here, but then gold gives me that extra bit of, you know, the extra 6, 7, 10 hour trade that I was looking for. And then that loss doesn't matter because it is what it is. It happens, guys. No one's 100%, you know, nobody wins 100%. Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't happen. There's no chance for it. Yeah, so anyway, we've took profit here. We're coming into a trending time. Expect price to go higher. Beautiful trade. We took 10R. Obviously half a risk, which was quite nice. We covered the loss that we had. Trend line has been induced completely. So let's have a look, see what happens at this session. We still see the beauty is we're still in our trading session, so we know that order flow is short. The best option for me now, really, I want price to go up here. Okay. Now what can we do though? Okay. Now we've took liquidity, quite a lot of it. We know we're bearish. We've took out all of these sellers. We've took them out, induced the trend line completely. What is it that I'm seeing? You know, we've got double bottom here. Okay, let's have a look here. Yeah, everyone remember that double bottom? Okay, double bottom here. Where's our change of character? Right, our change of character is here for now. Yeah, let's see if we get this. See if we get an entry for the short. Let's have a look. Anyway, let's see what happens. Okay, no change of character as of yet. Come back up here, tested an order block, and then it's dumped. Okay, now what can we do? We can just expect order flow. Just gonna take this candle, see if we get an entry from here. We're very close to a session, so most likely not. but let's see what happens. Order flow, if we gotta get tagged. No, we don't. But the trade makes absolute sense. You probably could have had an entry somewhere in here. If you look at this, it broke down. It's pretty much an IPA fill, I think, on a 15. Yeah, so we have an IPA fill on the 15 here. Okay. Most likely, you could have looked for an entry here. Okay. And if you look at this, so we've had break, we've come down. There's no change of characters here anywhere. Okay. Here's your first change of character. Yeah. Then what happens? It comes back into the extreme. I took the liquidity. Now, if you look at this, could have had the stops just there, targeted double bottom or target order flow. Does that make sense, guys? There's another 10-hour trade, and it's still in our trading session. Well, it's just, yeah, it's a couple of minutes out of our trading session. But I mean, the trade makes absolutely sense to me. If you have any questions, just please ask me. Come back in. It's most likely going to take it out. Just build liquidity, and then go into the next day. So let's have a look here. Let's get rid of this. Right. Let's have a look. See where we are on the 15. We've still got that double bottom. It's been took out. That's why price is going higher. Come off this. Took a lot of liquidity to the downside. Get rid of that. That's took the liquidity. So most likely get a reaction out of this here. So if we look at this, we got some trend line. Let's do this. This has been induced. Probably get some kind of pullback. So this for me is not quite ready. Got some trend line. This is gonna induce. I think I remember that day. What day is this? This was Wednesday. So what happens here? I think we don't even get out of Asia until New York session. Remember that day, most likely, yeah. So we're sticking in a range here, guys, until New York. But also, I think I had this marked. Was this correct? I had this marked. Yeah, and I think I had something like this marked on my charts that I posted out. So let's just take a quick look. What happens? See what happens. We're obviously still in Asia. London, there's no trades for us. Why? Because we're still in Asia. We'd like to take some liquidity out. I know we've took some medium out of this. That's why most likely the push down here. Okay. So we've obviously took medium here. But we've also got this area that's took that liquidity. But we just, again, rules are there for us not to have any more emotions and just let them play out completely. Yeah. So I'm waiting for Asia to be took. I think EU came out of Asia, and I think Connor, was that you? You took a buy. I think I can't remember that day. I think you had a good buy on that day. But anyway, guys, we're just building liquidity. We've got kind of double tops here. We've got trend line liquidity. Yeah. This is not quite in our session. What happens? Still not in our session. So we're taking more liquidity out. It's absolutely perfect. We'll take this. So what is it that we expect here? I think D, are you there?
Yeah, mate. I'm here.
I remember you taking that sell. You remember? That was
yeah, I think I did.
I think that was one of your best trades I've ever seen, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that one, and even the one on Monday I took as well. Even the one from the buy from Monday, I think I took that one as well.
We gotta change a character here, don't we? What time was that? I think it was somewhere here. I think you took that sell actually. Yeah, I remember you took that sell. That was that sell there.
Yeah, I think I did.
Let's see if we get another another tag. I think I've just missed it, to be honest. But this makes absolute sense, yeah. So broke that, came in. What is it that we just want to do? We want to look for order flow. Let's see if we get anything here.
I can't remember where I targeted though. I can't remember if it was Asia low or there, but one of them.
Yeah, you most likely was in that cell here. So let's see. I don't think I get that tag anymore. Oh, maybe I do. So yeah, this trade makes sense. Selling, it came into an area of interest. Hit a perfect timing. So if you look at it now, where's my break-even level? Oh, it's quite far away actually. Which is just here. Yeah, that was it. But most likely we'll break even here if this is the real trend. Why am I taking the sell, guys? Does anyone know why I'm selling? Explain it to me.
Yeah, it took Asian liquidity to the upside and it went into that POI.
Yeah, came into a 15-minute POI.
Right there.
Yeah.
And then you went down a time frame, and then you waited for the change of character.
Exactly.
Go back into your refined POI, and then you do the trade.
Yeah, very good, very good. Everyone else happy with that? Yeah? Dean or anyone?
Yeah.
Solar, you happy with that? Robs?
Yeah.
Marato? Yeah. So this trade was absolute perfect trade actually. Obviously, I will take some profits out of these areas here. There's quite a bit of liquidity talk, but my main target will be down here. And the beauty is why I always say I take some profits off is because once we are in the right direction, this is an 8-hour trade. Now if you take some profits here, maybe 50% or 75%, whatever you feel comfortable, you pay to yourself. Now when this trade comes back and hits your break even, it doesn't matter. I mean even up to this level now, it's 1 to 4, 1 to 4. Do that consistently on a daily basis. It's just, I don't know, guys. I mean, it's just not everyone can do stuff like that. So it's really important, that you stick to your rules. Break even will be here. This is I'll take my first bit of profit here. Obviously, we're building some kind of liquidity. I expect some kind of pullback here eventually, and then. Yeah, we'll just play along. I think I marked this out, to be honest, as well. This was one of my chart entries here. So let's see what happens, guys. Anyway, let's just play along. I'm not quite break even yet. Slowly moving in. It's my break even level. Yeah. Let's look on the 5. Now, what do I expect? I expect, obviously, price not to go any more higher than this. Why? Because we've been bearish. This could be another really good entry here. Yeah. For sells. So what we'll do is probably just take an order here, see if this happens. What we want to do is probably just risk this pip here. How many pips is that? 5 pips. Maybe if you have a look at this here, you just want to take this trend line, maybe pay yourself with this one. Let's see if we get tagged. But I expect the order flow to take over now, guys. Yeah. Why? We're coming into a session. There's a time in New York around the corner. First trade's break even, so there's no more worries on this trade. Now, if we get tagged in this trade, it moves into the direction. Then most likely, if it doesn't break this now, this is a break even level. We'll see what happens. I expect order flow to come in, take over. Yeah, where's our next break even level? Will be that. There's a double bottom, not quite break even yet. So let's take this out. So here's our next trade, guys. All I'm doing is just looking at order flow now. Yeah, I'm trading away from an inducement, medium inducement. Came into a POI, right in our timings, and now all I want to do is just trade away from that inducement or the liquidity take. Now we're in 2 trades, both 1% risk. Why? Because both are break even. Why 1% risk is because we're going with the trend. Okay, we are trading with the trend. Most likely this low is going to get took out, so let's see what happens. So So there we go. We expect some mess about. Unfortunately, we had a break even there. We're still in the other trade. Let's see if this other trade pushes down. Unfortunately, I think Joe, are you there? Joey B. I think Joe has marked this up, which induced the trend line.
Yeah, he's there, but his
Yeah,
mic's fucked because of the Wi-Fi.
Okay, I think he took another sell here. Obviously, that trade unfortunately break even, but I think I just missed this trend line inducement. So what happens? Trend line inducement. Let's get rid of this here. Even on the 5 minutes, you get your change of character here. Yeah. What happens? It pushes back up. Came into the liquidity area, just here. Yeah. So have a look here. So let's go into the 1 minute. We got the trend line inducement. So it's actually change of character in the 1 minute. Here. So here. Just came back into that POY. This most extreme. Yeah. And then you could have sold off here again. I mean, this one was break even, but if you would have spotted this, like Joe, I think on that day, he took a perfect. He kept this sell from here. And all we want to do now, obviously, we don't trade anymore at this time. We just want to manage our positions. Expect price to go lower. Here's my first take profit target hit. We're going to take 50% off. Still expect price to go lower. We'd still be in this trade now. Unfortunately, break even though, but that's okay. Not really bothered. So let's see what happens. Perfect. Let's clean this up a little bit. Let's move that. Get rid of this. Still in this trade. Perfect. So, what day is this actually? It's still on Wednesday. So let's push along. We're obviously in Asia. Most likely, you know, these areas will be took out. You'll get a reaction from yesterday's low after that Asia. Obviously, we've built some lovely liquidity here. Let's see what happens on this day. We get into a session. Now, guys, and again, okay, now we've took a medium out in Asia, but we're very bearish, yeah. So I expect this low to go. Okay, why do I expect this low to go? Is because this candle here on the 15, yeah, it's come into like a discounted area where now we're gonna get a reaction, and if this is correct, which we have been trained away from, then this low will go. Okay, let's have a look. See what happens. Now, what can we do now is look for imbalance areas. Once we come into a session, obviously we're still in Asia. We're coming into Frankfurt now. Now it's interesting. I don't like this here. This has been tagged already. Imbalance area. Let's have a look. Another on the 15 minutes. Let's work on this area maybe. Have a look at this area and look at this area. Okay. These are two areas that I'm interested in. Why? We've got trend line. Okay. We've induced some liquidity here already in Asia. We expect obviously Asia liquidity to go before giving us a change of character before selling. Yeah. So these two are my two areas. Now let's have a look on the 1 minute, see if we can find some imbalance. Well, that wasn't hard. We've got an imbalance area here on the 1 minute. Yeah. 1 minute. So 15 to 1 or 15 to 5. But obviously if you can't find an imbalance area on a 15 or a 5, then go down to 1 minute. And what do we have here? We've got an imbalance area just here and here. So I'm just gonna mark this out a little bit like that. This one's a bit bigger, but I'll be really happy if we come into a session, come into here, give us what we look for, and then we'll have another sell, guys. Yeah. One look, see what happens. So what time's this? Not quite in our timing. Not quite in our timing. So this is starting to look really nice. So we took Frankfurt high out. Okay. Look here. Demand zone, Frankfurt high. Now, really, I don't expect this to break, which it has, but it's absolutely fine. It's not quite ready yet. Let's see what happens now. Let's come into this area. Yeah. So here's an imbalance. Now, if we get our change of character here, I'll be really happy. Okay. Let's come into our diamonds. Let's have a look. Change of character. This is change of character here. Take a sell from here, guys. I'm still in this other trade. Obviously, I expect price to take this low out. Just going with order flow. We've hit the imbalance area. It's 9 o'clock. This could be volatile. This could even take me out, but that's absolutely fine. That doesn't really bother me whatsoever. But I'm just playing with order flow. So change your character, yeah. You see why that might change your character is? Yeah. So everyone understand why? So this candle,
Yep.
this order block took this high out. So once we break this candle, then for me this holds the liquidity here. Okay. Fine. So let's see what happens. See if we get the tag that we want. Okay. We've not got a tag yet. Hopefully it tags us in. What is this doing here? Let's look on the 5 minute. Let's come into the 5 minute POY. Even if we get a sweep out of this and then get a change of character, I'll be happy to look for a sell. But we'll see what happens. We still got this area here. Let's see what happens. Just playing off the order flow. Yeah, it's pretty much just playing off the order flow, really. Unfortunate, no entry of the extreme here. Unless it comes back. 10 o'clock. Okay, so we've got a sweep of that. That's absolutely fine. Maybe we're starting to build some liquidity in our session, guys. Yeah. So it's like a trendline liquidity here. We've still got this extreme. That liquidity we could probably sell from here and expect lower prices. Yeah. So what can I do is this here, see if we get tagged. Come on, tag me. Stop being a meth. Doesn't want to tag me, to be honest. They're still in the other trade though. Yeah, no tag. Unfortunate, guys. I mean, this trade makes absolute sense. He could have probably been a little bit quicker than me. Let's get rid of the sell limit here and get rid of this one. So if you look at this, yeah, so I was happy actually taking a sell here, changing characters here really. I mean, probably could have took this whole candle as an order flow and it's only free pip stop loss anyway, but fortunately misses, but that's absolutely fine. Again, you have days like this. Could have seen this a little bit quicker than I could have done, and obviously it's everything part of gathering data, and that made absolute sense to me, just taking that liquidity out here on the 5 and then just playing more of that liquidity. It came into that 5 minute order block. You even could have had a sell from this order block. You know, it's just the same thing over and over again, and it presents itself consistently. So here's your first bit of liquidity. And what happens now? We just take out all of this liquidity, and our order got filled, which is this one, which is 8-hour trade. Nice. We're looking quite decent, even though we've missed a few trades and we've had one or two losses, one break even. I mean, it's It's just part of the game, to be honest. Now, this is interesting now. Now, for me, if you look on the 15, guys, yeah, this is why I said to use order flows really important, okay? Now, we've took Asia liquidity and we've took a couple of days medium liquidity, okay? Now, for me, the most important thing is for this order flow to carry on sells is this candle, okay? This is my 15-minute supply and demand zone that's broke, the structure going down. Now, for me, the first bit of indication, okay, that we could see a change of direction is once we break this supply and demand zone, okay? So once we break this supply and demand zone, I know most likely after taking all of this liquidity, coming into our timings, that this candle or the next candle, I don't even know if it's this candle, that this 15-minute demand zone, yeah, once we refine it, we'll take a look into that in a minute. But once we take this out, that this 15-minute demand zone could be looking for longs, okay? This is just experience, understanding, and gathering data for a very long time. That I know if this is the demand zone 15, yeah, that's broke the structure, okay? Took loads of liquidity. We're coming into our session, yeah? So let's see what happens. Boom. I think some of you guys even sold from this area, yeah? I think a few people had some sells on that Thursday from this area, going all the way down, expecting order flow to go further down. But I remember that there was a refined area. Let's have a look. You can't refine it any more than that. Really. This area, yeah, this area is took liquidity, starting to build liquidity. The sell makes absolute sense. I think Marato, I think you took a sell here, didn't you? You took a sell at this area, to be honest, and it makes absolutely sense selling, guys, yeah? So if you have a look here, just stops here, maybe we'll just take a sell back down to this area. Let's place the order times this quarter past the session. I think Morato didn't really see the POY. I think remember when he put out the picture, he had his entry just above the liquidity. So let's see if that happens.
Yeah, bro, I just had it above the liquidity.
Yeah, you had it just above the liquidity, as I remember. And then you just waited for the big push down. Obviously, I think you expected prices to go and take this low out, which was a really decent push. I mean, we're pretty much break even. We'll take some profit off here as well. Okay, it doesn't want me to. There we go. Lets me now. We take 75. Now we come into that 15-minute POY. Yeah. So this is where you have to be really careful now. Okay. This is the order block that's carried on with the direction. What do we expect in this order block? We expect in that order block to carry on with the continuation or the direction of the trend. Yeah. Now this order block is broke. For me, it could be a complete reversal now. Okay. So let's see what happens. See if we even get our setup. And if we don't get our setup, that's fine. We'll look for order flow. See if we can push anything higher. I'm not too sure if Joe fucking took a buy here, to be honest. I think he took a buy at this area. Obviously, it's just messing about on our 15-minute. It's building more liquidity now. This was a very aggressive push, which is nice. What else do we have here? It's coming slowly into New York. Complete New York open. We've hit a target. Absolute perfect trade. Now, what is it that we want? We've hit the extreme, yeah? I want to change a character up here. Okay, let's see if we get a good push away. There's a change of character. Right, now, gotta look at this area. This low held, guys, yeah? That's your first sign that trend could be changing. Okay. Now, what's your second sign? Second sign could be, or should be, this 50-minute demand zone broke. Now, what's the most important thing I always talk about? What is it, guys? Tell me.
PLI with imbalance.
Yeah, imbalance. Yeah,
Maybe-
it's not the most important thing. What's the most important thing? You can
PAT EPA is it?
No.
Timing.
Timing, well
Water flow.
done. Timing is the most important thing, guys. Timing is the most important thing. First time, yeah, time, 2 o'clock. Time, coming into New York, held this low, broke 15 minutes. What do we expect? We expect fucking buys. We gotta change a character. It's gonna take a buy from here. I don't even know if it's gonna hit me. Yeah, so we got some liquidity target. See if we get the push back. I think this was quite aggressive. See what happens. Okay, we've got this. We took the high out. Took that. Got some trend line. Inducement. Probably take some of this trend line. See if we gotta change a character then, and I will buy. Okay. Let's see what happens. We induced some trend line. Perfect. See if we got some kind of change of character. Okay, this is looking good. Gotta change a character. I'll be happy to take a buy out of this area. Hopefully it tags us for higher prices. Okay. Now why am I doing this? This is to talk liquidity. Yeah, we gotta change a character again. Now we train away from the medium inducement. We got rid of this here. This is held. This is all gonna go soon. Let's have a look on the 5-minute. Let's come into an IPA file. Let's see if 15. It's not quite come back down here, but this is it's okay. The imbalance is pretty much filled. Now hopefully we get the tag. Like I don't even know if I get the tag here, to be honest, but we'll see what happens. I mean, it just flies, but this was expected. I think, yeah, this just rallies until next day now. Anyway, it's absolutely fine. You could have had an entry here. Maybe this was very aggressive, but you could have got in if your market executed somewhere around here or whatever looked good for you. But again, guys, for me, if I stick to my strategy and I don't get the tap here in the extreme after taking this liquidity or this liquidity, then for me, unfortunately, even though this trade rallied, yeah, there's no entry unless I can see something market execute and take it from there. But anyway, let's go into the next day. So we're starting to break structure to the upside, which is nice to see. And also, you know, what do we expect once we take this out, guys? Yeah, we expect a pullback. It's going to happen most likely in Asia. So let's go. Oh, actually, it didn't happen in Asia. I think it happened. This happened. Mark this here. This area of imbalance. I think. Did anyone sell GU on Friday? I think most of us sold EU. I'm not too sure. Luca, did you sell GU?
I tried, but I think I was an early seller. Got taken out.
Same here. I tried to get in some sells on GU, but bitch kept taking me
I know
out.
the way. I think Joe
Who
might have
just-
sold.
who just spoke then? Sorry.
Oh, that was me, Shola.
Oh, did you manage to did you get stopped out? Did you? Yeah.
I got stopped out, yeah.
Let's have a look here anyway. Let's have a look. for me, this is the most valid POY on the 15. Got some imbalance here. Obviously, we've got this trend line. See, here's some imbalance area. Let's see if it gets to that area in our timings. So it's pretty much got to that area. And I think I took a sell, but I got break even. So like for me, this makes sense to sell from here now. Let's take a sell here. Stop, so many stop, start at 2 to 3 pips, that's fine. Then obviously, I was looking bullish on that day, but obviously, if you get such a day like Friday, you should be winning pretty much every fucking trade because, you know, Asia high came into 15-minute, coming down, and now we're bullish, but we need to come down to get higher prices eventually. Let's see how this plays out. This is probably going to stop me out after saying that now. Such low, innit? Where's my break-even level? Will be this area here. Let's have a look on the 5 minute. Maybe I can manage this a little better. Break-even, hopefully, be here. And now, this was just a bit of a fuckery, I think. Was playing around quite a lot. So I think there was my break-even. Obviously we're still in this trade now, but I mean with a 3 pip stop loss, so how many pips is this? I don't even know. It's a 3 pip stop loss. I mean, if we cover the high plus 1 or 2 pips, that should be absolutely fine, but in theory this is a break even. So we'll get out of this trade. Let's see if we can find something else. Again, change of character will be down here. So we'll see what happens. Oh, pretty much double bottom. Yeah, pretty much double bottom, no takeout. We got the takeout. What do we expect now? This is imbalance being done. This is not being done. Take 2 entries, so we'll take one from here. Lower prices, just here. We'll do that, and then we'll take one from here. Just cover this here, and we'll do that. Yeah. See if we get the tag. I think that day was a lot of fuckery. See what happens. So we're in this trade. Break even if we go here. To be honest, let's see what happens. We're pretty much break even. What am I doing here, guys? There we go. Let's see. I want to put another sell limit here. So what I'll do is I'll get rid of this. We're in this trade, we're break even. Life's good. Please don't stop me out. Look how close this is. Is this gonna stop me out? Pretty much, this has come into the extreme now. So we'll just mark it, execute this. Do the stop just here, just above that. Place order. I think that day was quite fuckery, to be honest. On the 1 minute. This should actually hold on the top. My stop's wrong here. I'll get stopped out here, but it came off the extreme here. Stupid mistake from me, but it happens, and I think it just dumps then. Coming into that timing, we get that push away. So I think we come down here, and then on Friday we all end up buying. So it is what it is. Unfortunate, but makes absolute sense coming off the extreme. Something like this would have been another really good trade, guys. But obviously, well, it's stopped out. Yeah. Any questions, gents?
Nope.
Is everyone still here, or have they all fallen in? Get rid of this here. That's pretty much the day done. Unfortunately, can't look for any more. What's the win rate here? 62%. So which is quite good. Got a few, one break even. 3 losses was it? Yeah, 3 losses, 5 wins. Obviously the last one
A lot of
did
misses.
better. We started off with a bit of a drawdown, but then absolutely rallied sky high. Look at this. Onto play. Yeah, so if anyone has any questions, let me know now.
No, I'm all good, man. No question.
That's fine. Norma, any questions? Ethan, if you got any questions, you're pretty new. You only joined this week. If you got anything, just let me know.
No, I've got no questions, mate. It's quite good.
Have you got a couple of minutes to go through the outlook for next week and the key levels?
Yeah, we can do that. We've also got to always remember as well. Yeah. Let's have a quick look. Let me try and change my screen to trading view. Oh yeah, I wanted to actually speak to you as well about November, guys. November is obviously the election time, and I think the market's going to be extremely volatile, especially on stocks, indices, crypto. I don't know if any of you trade that. I think we're going to be coming into a very volatile market in November, and I think there will be a big crash coming eventually. I'm not too sure that will be in November, but I think there will be a big doomfest coming. So we'll see what happens anyway. Go on, I'll just go through with you for Monday next week what I'll probably see. I'll change my screen. Let's change my window there. 1 sec. Go live. Can you see it, guys? Let me know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I can see it.
So obviously we've been bullish, but if you look on the 1 hour, yeah, we're still bearish as hell. Okay. So if you look at eventually, this is building some liquidity up, man. This is just liquidity heaven, trend line heaven, retailers heaven. Everyone's looking for sells. Eventually, if you look at this, yeah, we've come into a really good area, a discounted area. I think we might still come down here before start seeing some higher prices. So I'm expecting anything like this, and then most likely price shoots back up. The reason why I'm saying this is because if November, if we do get a crash in November, especially with the elections, then in America, the Feds, the Federal Reserve in America, the bank in America, will put interest rates really down. Yeah, so meaning that Euro and GU should rally because the economy goes down. They're trying to stabilize the economy, and what they'll do is with that is put the interest rates down, that people start lending money or spend more money or whatever they're trying to do. So that's why I'm expecting some kind of outlook like this. Eventually come back down here. This is where the rally here happened. Obviously, what do we expect? IPA, EPA, eventually still coming down. Pretty much everything filled except down here. So we could even come down here, but we'll see what happens. We obviously play on the 15-minute. I don't do swing trading, but I see something like this happening before going higher prices, or especially, like I said, just down at the Federal Reserve, what they're going to be doing. So we'll see what happens. And if you look at the guy, so let me just go on to S&P. Dow Jones. Oh, DJI. Jones. Okay, so obviously, as we all know, fucking COVID was 3 years ago. Well, let's have a quick look and see what price did. Why isn't this low? Strange thing, honestly. Get rid of this one, let's find another one. Do you know what? This could be it as well. Yeah, this could be it. Have a look at that. Yeah, so here we go, as a better site on the weekly. So this was COVID area, okay. Now, like I said, markers are fractal. Yeah, we often came back to test this area here, okay, and we haven't come back to test this area here. Now, what's interesting is we come back to test this area perfectly. Boom, get another rally. Now, what's even more interesting is we've come back, came perfect into this. This was Corona time. I mean, if you would have bought here, if I would have had the close here, you know, you've made an absolute fortune going all the way up here. But it's just the same thing all over again. So what happens here, we take this out, come back in, and it's the same thing. But what I want to show you is, if you look at the price drop here, yeah, it's 38% Corona price drop from the high. Now, if you look at this here, yeah, people are expecting between 40 and 50%. So if you look at 40% is here, yeah, that's an absolute fucking chaotic dump fest, guys. This will bring us back into a recession if that happens. Quite a big one as well. Probably see more than just banks failing. This will be an absolute crazy time, to be honest. Even if we do 36%, that's a really big dump. You know what I mean? And price, obviously, with what's been going on in the world, again, the Federal Reserve Bank interest rates was below. They were throwing pretty much money at you for you to take, and that's boomed the economy again. But this money is not earned money. Nobody has actually earned that cash. So most likely we will see a dump, try and correct some stuff in here before then going back higher again. So the average, if you look at it, the average bull rally is like 4 years, and then the average bear market is probably about 7 to 9 months. So we'll see what happens anyway. So this is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting a big dump happening in November. We'll see what happens. But then back to foreign exchange. Let's zoom this in. Let's get rid of all of this. So obviously this area is an interest here on the 1 hour. Yeah, because there's some imbalance here. We get into here sometime on Monday or Tuesday. I'm expecting the sales to carry on, go down, maybe not all the way down here, But there's a good chance that we can go all the way down here before then the same stuff, guys. Sorry, before then the same stuff going back higher. Okay, so that's pretty much the outlook I have. But we'll see. The beauty is, I mean, Norma, I don't really look so much in advance on higher time frames. I wait until Asia sets up. Then what I'll do is from Asia. It's beautiful because this is my day setup. My day starts here. I know what I want. I know what my strategy is. I know if we take Asia high, most likely wanna, especially in a bear market, I wanna look for sells. Obviously, we've had a big push away here. Let's fill this imbalance area for buying. Yeah, it's the same thing all over and over again. So I wait for one side to be took out. Here we go. One side, boom, sell. One side, boom, sell, buy. One side, I think we took a buy here anyway. Back testing. Yeah, and then just carry on selling really until higher time frame starts changing. I mean, we're still bullish on the daily, and we're coming into a really good area to look for longs, but I think we still have a bit to go. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But the beauty is, like, these Asia boxes, like that's where my day starts really. It's just there's no point looking so far ahead, other than obviously what I've just said about the indice markets. Anyone trades them, and it's just gonna be. I think it's gonna be absolute chaotic time. So. Any other questions, guys? Anyone got anything else?
Nah, man.
Good.
Alright, so anyone, are you happy with the strategy? Is there anything you want me to do, or like maybe is there a question towards the strategy? How you feeling about the strategy? How you getting comfortable with it? Some of you guys are coming into the second month with me now. Is the do you feel comfortable with it? Are you just like looking right into doing some work towards it? So be good if everyone could answer that question.
Yeah, I got a quick question.
Yeah.
When you miss, it's Rob's by the way. If you miss the initial entry, do you usually re-entry on the 5-minute order block going with the order flow, or do you just kind of?
Of course, that's what I. So if what I'm trying to say is, if your entry is correct, you've got your liquidity, you've got your Asia, you can play off the order flow. That's what I tried to do here. So I tried to play off the order flow. So I obviously had 2 entries. Remember this was Friday. Look on the 5-minute.
Yeah.
Took this out. Order flow. That's what I tried to do here. If you look at 1 minute. So I know we took this here. I tried to have had an entry here, I think. Just go with the order flow because there's a high possibility that we could just go from here, yeah. But also, there's a very good possibility that we can go from here. But then, what happens then? Okay, we know we've mitigated the liquidity order block, yeah. And then what can we do then? We can just go off the order flow. Order flow here, obviously. Here, then order flow here. Yeah, so we keep breaking the lows then, which is quite nice to see. Do you know what I mean? It's coming back, breaking the low. This is the basic order flow, okay? Obviously, what we want to see really, we just want to be in aggressive pushes like this. This is a really nice aggressive push. That gives us then the confidence, obviously, to hold, to further levels down. But as you can see here, once we took the liquidity, came off the extreme, then you could just look for order flow constantly. We broke this low, we broke this low, we broke this low, we broke this low. So it's constant order flow.
Okay.
You're shifting. You could have entered 1, 2, 3 entries here. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, that'd be a bit crazy. I like to enter a second entry after I've got my first one at break even. I don't like putting 3% risk all at once. Maybe 2%, but 3% is a lot. Because say like you've missed and you got your direction wrong or something happens, you're already down 3% on that day, and it's just, it's not a good start.
Okay. And I think you talked about it briefly just now, but how important is fundamentals to this style of trading, would you say?
Okay, fundamentals are really important to you guys. If you trade funded accounts, most funded companies don't let you trade fundamentals, which is unfortunate, really. To this style of trading, it doesn't fucking matter because you know what we do, we just look for liquidity. Fundamentals gives us just our volatility, and if we are correct to say, like if we would have bought down here, give you an example, you would have bought down here and you would have had fundamentals or news coming out somewhere around here, just an example, you've got yourself in a very good position. The price is just going to carry on higher, okay? So you'll pretty much be break even. You can even take some profit out, and then you can look for, just ride the wave basically. For the fundamentals, it's just volatility. It just brings a lot of liquidity into the market. It doesn't really play a big part other than gives you volatility into the markets. And obviously, it goes for the liquidity. So once we know that, it's just I think I've got some videos, backtest videos with fundamentals, or even a Zoom video with fundamentals. If you check that out, I'll let you know which one it is. But even with fundamentals, if you don't want to trade in fundamentals, then you wait 2 or 3 minutes, whatever it is with the prop firms. 2 or 3 minutes, you wait, and then you're allowed to trade again. And then within that time, once you get a setup in that time, happy days, you can take a setup. Most of the times, fundamental candles or that volatility will get completely filled within 1 or 2 days anyway in the forex market. So see what happens.
One last question.
Yeah.
When you're like on like a losing streak, for example, and obviously people say don't let your psychology affect you, but obviously you're human, it's gonna affect you. Do you ever reduce the risk taken on like next trade, or you just stick to the plan? Just keep going.
See, the problem is, if you really obviously it can happen to you guys. I mean, you will have a losing streak. It's absolutely fine. It doesn't matter. You can reduce your risk. You can even trade 0.5 lots or whatever, but really you should not be losing 4 trades in a row. It's just once you gather that data, you will see that 4 trades losing in a row is very unlikely. So and if it does happen, you can reduce your risk. Maybe take a step back. Wait for the next day. Wait for a couple of days. Get your head clear. What I used to like to do is once I have a really bad trading day, I like to go on FX replay and let all my anger out. I'm back testing. That's what I used to like to do, because obviously you feel like you're missing out on trades, and then the trade does go in your direction, then you go into break even too early, and then all of a sudden you're just a fucking complete mess. I understand all that, but you shouldn't be in a situation like that, or you shouldn't put yourself in a situation like that. So I think 4 losses in a row is very, very unlikely that it should happen. I mean, it does happen. It's but it's very unlikely that it will happen. So
Cool. Cheers, mate.
Fair enough. Anyone else got anything?
Yeah, but do you know where you go to break even after
Who's this? Sorry.
1 hour? It's Dean.
Oh yeah, it's sad.
No.
Yeah.
You know when you go to break even after, is it 1 hour? Or what?
Yeah, the next next structure break really.
Oh, okay. Is that like just something you do, or have you back tested over like a bigger sample size and it actually pays better?
Yeah, I like to go break even because it gives me a chance to get in with another entry, basically. So,
okay.
Break even for me is also very comfortable. So say like once you're in a trade, it goes into your way, you get break even like here, and then it comes back up and you're break even. That's absolutely fine. This will happen.
But have you done that over like a large sample size to see the price doesn't sort of come back to entry and then move off again? Because I've sort of trained myself to take losses.
So once you,
but
sorry, what did you say?
I said I've sort of trained myself to take losses because I used to be bad for break even because just the fear of losing money. So like I've trained myself now that you're never going to be a trader like that. So I'll sort of take my losses now. Then after I've done a massive sample size, I'll see how many times price has actually gone back to break even and pushed off. And then I'll only go to break even now if that shows me that it pays better to go to break even.
Yeah.
I was just seeing, obviously I've done 11 trades so far with this strategy, and obviously it's not a big enough sample size. So I was just seeing if that's what has been done with this strategy.
Yeah, no, most definitely. I mean, obviously if you're comfortable holding till your target is hit, then please do so. I mean, everything, like I keep saying, it's gathering data. And for me, my data shows when I'm break even, you know, I hit a really good risk to reward RR.
Oh, the data does show it. Yes.
And you do get 1 or 2 break evens, but who cares about a break even? I'd rather have a break even than a loss. And if it does go into my direction, it's fine. I've got other pairs that I can look at. Like it doesn't affect me anymore. Like I mean, there's just no affection. And if you're if you're right in that direction, once you've got that liquidity take and you're right in that direction, then most likely out of them 10 trades that we've just done now, there was 1 break even. Do you know what I mean? Most likely that trade will move into your direction. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and
it works out better then.
Yeah, so we look for explosive pushes. So change your character. We're buying at these areas, at extreme areas where we should see explosiveness. So like just really big pushes. Do you know what I mean? Like Dean took took some really good buys here. Once you obviously took a buy here, left a bit more room, came back into the extreme. Boom. These are powerful pushes, man. I mean, break even should be up here anyway, but like you're never gonna get fucking break even. Do you know what I mean? It's not come back down there.
Yeah.
So it's just gathering that data. If you're comfortable with holding it, and hats off to you. Obviously, I wait for my levels to be hit. So the next structure target, like here, depending on what time frame I'm at, what looks good to me, where I know I could get a reaction out of. So like here, I get a reaction, come back up, came back into the extreme that took that liquidity. But it's just how it is. Do you know what I mean? And it's always, guys, it's always the same shit. It took liquidity, order flow, building liquidity. It's just the same stuff over and over again, man. It's just like I see it constantly, and I mean, obviously, most of you have been with me now a few weeks, and you've seen a few Zoom classes, and it's constant. The market gives you the same stuff. The most important thing that you need to do is look at the timings. Okay, the timings is so important, guys. Honestly, it's time then price. Like, it's just the same stuff over and over again. Time then price. and that's it. Finished, man. It's just, you know. Also, you will take losses. You know. Look at. Sorry, dear. Keep giving you. Keep making an example out of you, but I don't think he's even there, so that's fine. But he took a few losses. I think it was on Friday, and then he had a couple of really good wins, man. And obviously, the losses will be part of it until you master the strategy or gather enough data that you have for you to play around with. Do you know what I mean? So you will take a few losses. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. But at the end of the day, your risk to reward and your wins will be a lot higher. I mean, you can, even if you have 30% win rate and you have a 1-4 or 1-5, you're still profitable. But with this strategy, it's very unlikely once you master it. Once you go into complete, detail, you will master this, and you will be over a 50% win rate. So, man, honestly, guys, I've had weeks where I've had 80% win rate. These were quite a few trades, to be honest, as well. And then obviously I have weeks where I'm below 50, and you think, fuck me, what's happening here? I'm still profitable, but none of my charts are playing out. But it's part of the game. Sometimes, there's something going on. You've got a bit more workload on with other things that you're doing or whatever. It's absolutely fine. You might miss a trade, or you want to jump in, and then all of a sudden the order flow's changed, and then you think, oh, for fuck's sake, I should have seen that. It happens, guys. It's natural.
That's the beauty of this trading, though, that you can have such a small win rate but still come out profitable each month, which is a good thing, though.
Something, guys. Any more questions, or are you all happy?
Yeah, I'm good.
I think Rob, everything is good.
Happy, mate.
Fair
All good,
enough.
thanks, mate.
Let's have a great week next week, and then I'll get my charts back out, and I'll see you all next week, guys.